John is with a bunch of Friends of Lafayette. Here's John.
Absolutely right, Gary. More specifically, Friends of Lafayette football. You know, the support of our football program is unprecedented in recent years, and I'm here with Alan Haddad from the class of 78, his wife Jan, with Joe Lane, class of 73, and with Phil Noto, class of 72. They are part of a Sponsor Your Player program, and for the sum of $18.26, which is our marquee society level, a minimum, you can sponsor the equipment needs of a player for 4 years, and more than that, you develop a personal relationship with the player you sponsor. And to talk about that a little bit, I'm going to call on each one of these three donors and have them talk a little bit about what that sponsorship and what that relationship means. Alan, you first. Tell us what your impressions have been and what this program has meant for you personally.
John, we have an ambitious goal this year to raise over $800,000 for our general fund and for scholarships. To that end, Sponsor a Player has become our most effective means of raising those funds in a very personal and connected way. For us, it's not just stewardship. These guys become like our leopard sons. And when we graduate, they become our leopard brothers, and that's really important.
It's an incredibly effective way to steward these gifts. You know, one of the things that we do well, we like to think as a college, is to say thank you, and you guys have been tremendous in that regard. Joe, talk a little bit about your experience. You were sharing some interesting and funny stories with me about some of the guys you've sponsored over the years.
Yeah, I've sponsored people for I think probably 10 years now, and I just get a lot of satisfaction out of it because the alums reached out to me when I was here from the recruiting process all the way through graduation. Many of these kids I see, they help me with yard work. I do externships with them at our firm. We do internships there. And it's just a great way for me to give back the way people gave to me when I was here.
Such an effective way to stay connected to the program. Phil Noto, you've been as close as anybody to the program. Talk about your experience with the Sponsor a Player program.
Well, it's been very rewarding, but I think the most important thing we like to do is try to pass on the traditional Lafayette football. That's what it's all about. We've been doing this since 1882. We're all brothers in this little maroon bond. Every guy that's played on this field and worn maroon and white is a brother. And what we like to do is, you know, I always say to people, the first Lafayette game I saw was in 1957. My dad brought me up here to see Joe Bozick play. I was 7 years old. Joe used to hate it when I told that story, but that's what it's about.
Absolutely, fellas, and we want to thank you all so much for all you've done for the program. It really is the Lafayette football family. Fellas, back to you guys.